bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you.
But is this show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
That is true. We might be having tea for two after.
There it is.
There it is. And that is true.
Whatever that is.
Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason. Who do you think is the fastest player right now going end-to-end in the league?
With the ball, right now is De'Aaron Fox. With the ball. Russell Westbrook is probably just...
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power. Yeah. But in talking about... I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I scored. It was 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Two seconds.
And it was only on an outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long pass.
You got it in stride.
In stride, and then 2 seconds later.
Wow.
So De'Aaron Fox could do that.
That's fast.
Yeah. That's jet-like.
Yeah. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. Guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. A look at the Magic starting group. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Junior, and it's Isaac in at the small forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Hood in at the 3. And the Magic start out with the ball. Here's Junior. Isaac outside. Tries from 7. Jump shot is good.
And one area Isaac must continue to improve upon, has the size to dominate inside, now just needs to add the muscle.
McCollum finds Lillard. Second chance points. Helps an offense, Kenny. It's an easy way to get some scoring. Which players do the best job of keeping possessions alive for the chance to get the second chance?
Second chance points, I would say Drummond, Steven Adams, and Cantor. Those are guys who are great offensive rebounders, and they get it done.
Don't forget Montrezl Harrell is another guy that's doing a great job.
Passes it to Vucevic. Three-pointer buries the long-range jumper.
Earlier in his career, Vucevic didn't take any threes. Now they become one of his staples in terms of his offensive game.
McCollum outside. That's a 2 from Lillard, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Now, here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. Junior. And Junior throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. McCollum, no good.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Isaac.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Ross, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the confidence McCollum has in catch and shoot, there's no one better in the league. I'm telling you, no one.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Trailblazers trail by 5. Now Lillard is coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 6 points. Kenny, your former team, the Rockets, have suggested that the league move to start the free agency ahead of the NBA draft. From what you hear, is that idea picking up some momentum?
Well, that's how it is in other pro leagues. You know?
It is, right.
You have the free agency, then you know exactly what you need in the draft. So it would make sense. You're drafting something, and all of a sudden you get all these different free agents. You don't need those young players because typically young players are 2 to 3 years away.
The landscape changes.
Yeah, it has, but I like the way we have it because the one advantage with the rookies is they come in as a brand, which is an advantage to you. You think about Zion coming in, it changed the entire landscape of the Pelicans franchise. Like, those guys do have a lot of value if they played in college and been able to build up that brand.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Well, after playing very little in his first 2 seasons, McCollum is very electric since year 3, and he has a lot left to accomplish.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And Orlando has possession. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
They kept chucking from distance, and ultimately it was their undoing. Disappointing result.
The Magic have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Pass to Gordon. Over Hood. Gordon inside. Goodbye Hood. And the basket by Gordon.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
That's a 2 from Lillard. That's good on the jump shot. Lillard's got 8.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Junior the pass to Isaac. Knocked loose and stolen by Hood. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Lillard gets it to go.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Well, you look at a player like Yusuf Nurkic. He's not one of the bigger names in the league, but he's young, and he gives you solid minutes on the interior, Jet.
Yes, tough rebounder, and team looks better when he's on the floor. He just does so many different things.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
From deep three-point range, rebounded by Isaac. The Magic trail by 3. Pass to Junior. Inside, Gordon. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And there's the pass to Lillard. There's the 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Have to get out on this. When Lillard feels comfortable pulling, he's deadly.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Rodney Hood. And a switcher also for Orlando. Fultz is checked in. Junior kicks to Vucevic. Good on the three-point shot. Vucevic has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Magic.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Cantor dishes to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
You couldn't ask for anything more in terms of efficiency here. 7 of 9 to start.
Passes to Fultz. And here's Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And something from your era that is always talked about, Kenny, hand checking. How big a difference did hand checking make for defenders?
Oh, it made the game easier for defenders, without question. You know, I actually, our series with Greg,
new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Zach Collins. Rodney Hood's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And it's Ennis with the ball for Orlando. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the court for Orlando, Isaac and Vucevic down low. Junior's out there at Terrence Ross. And it's Ennis in at the 3.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Nuggets, just played phenomenal. He had 19 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. A terrific all-around game for him. He really put an effort to fill it up out there and make a difference for his team. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
An even 3-on-3 break. Junior the pass to Ennis. Not too long ago, we saw a number of NBA players, balk at joining the U.S. national team. Kenny is someone who has played in the colors of red, white, and blue, represent this country. Why aren't players lining up to represent the U.S.?
well, I think it's also a combination of the teams. The investment that they have in their personal players individually is from a contractual standpoint. They're scared of the risk. So it's not just a player's decision. I'm sure that there are teams that are calling their players and say, we'd rather you not play.
And we've seen big-time injuries in that regard.
And the other thing is, too, our guys now, back when we played, you only did international competition once. Right now, some of these guys have done it for 5, 6, 7 times.
Yes.
And you factor in their long runs in the postseason, man, that's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
A lot of basketball. Here's Trent. And it's Sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
Here's Vucevic, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Portland called for the foul. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Vucevic. Trailblazers trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
On defense, Orlando. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Nurkic the best to Trent.
And when you watch Damian Lillard, I mean, he has such incredible instincts to put up huge numbers from that. You know what they call it, the point guard position, but to me, it's a lead guard now because the elite point guards have to score the basketball at a high level in today's NBA.
Yeah, it is definitely a different game. Scoring is prominent. Dame is a prominent scorer. So he understands how to mix it up. But his first job is to score, where our first job was to pass.
And we saw it last year with a couple 60-point games. He was terrific. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Vucevic.
Oh, he's a real menace. Nurkic is 7'1". He's difficult to guard without fouling.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And the first one drops. Clark, he's checked in for Orlando. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
Now, here's Junior. He is guarded by McCollum. Pass to Isaac. Magic moving the ball around. Now, here's Junior. He's guarded close from downtown. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
A 3 from McCollum. Portland again missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And a wide open look for Junior. Off target from 3-point range.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be given.
Vucevic against McCollum. Pass to Anthony. Here's Trent. The 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
280 pounds. I mean, Nurkic, he's a handful to deal with at times. I mean, you better foul him.
And we heard about market size mattering less to players these days, guys. But don't we see summers where all the big free agents go to Los Angeles or New York? So, Kenny, which is it?
Well, there's 2 aspects of it. There's endorsements and then there's quality of life. In the small markets, you know, catching fire on the marketing front is sometimes much more difficult, but there could be a better quality of life. In a big city, you could be marketed, and then all of a sudden you start losing, and then the quality of life goes down.
Yeah, and the reality is the fact that when we played, there was only a couple games a week on national television. Now every game that every NBA team plays is on national television. The impact of social media, they're just, you can be a superstar in a small market today. Doesn't matter. Look at Giannis. You look at Durant and OKC, Westbrook. You can be as big a star in any market in today's game. And the next one puts them in the bonus.
Nurkic finds McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Nurkic has got 8 points in the quarter.
And McCollum just wants to win. Passes like that demonstrate his unselfishness.
Now, here's Junior. He is guarded by McCollum. Junior the pass to Clark. Ross in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Connects from three-point range. Ross has got the lead up to 11 now for Orlando.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here's Anthony. Here's Trent. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Outside Hood. Nurkic in the post. Vucevic on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. That free throw, no good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits the second from the line. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 20-7 run. Now, here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. Junior kicks to Vucevic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Trailing by 10. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Lillard with no one around. They get it back. Cantor. Some solid defense from Clark.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Magic shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good. Collins checked in for Portland. Orlando also making some changes. Gordon comes in for Isaac, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Junior. Isaac, he has been the guy making things happen, guys, for Orlando. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Steve Clifford. Steve, what's the focus going into the second half?
The big thing is they've got so much offense, and they have so many guys who come in and score. You got to play every possession defensively, and it's got to be every single possession.
Coach, thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Lillard in at the point guard position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. That one good for 2.
Love seeing his shiftiness on offense. Defenders never know when McCollum will pull up for the J.
Junior with it. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For Orlando, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Junior. Here's Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 14 points for the game.
Wow, clutch shot by C.J. McCollum. That's one of his go-to moves.
Now, here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. It's tipped. Stolen by Gordon. Dishes it to Junior. Gordon, the pass to Junior. On the wing, Isaac. He's guarded by Nurkic. The pass to Vucevic. Feeds it to Junior. The Magic have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Junior. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Lillard bounce pass. Outside Hood. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season the Blazers were beset by injuries and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. First one falls for him.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Gordon hits both of them. Now here's Lillard. 27 points for him. McCollum outside. Pass to Hood. And Lillard kicks to Hood. Pass to Nurkic. 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And both free throws good for Nurkic. Magic leading by 9. And here's Junior. He's got 12. Isaac outside. Here's Junior. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Lets the 3 fly. And the basket by Isaac. Isaac's got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
This is what happens when he gets on a roll. I mean, you're not going to see a better rhythm shooter than this guy.
Lillard with it. Now defended by Junior. McCollum against Ross. Second chance shot. Good, deciding where to go with it. Inside. And the nice bucket inside from Anthony.
Oh, the awareness on display. Hood just isn't a good scorer. He's also skilled at getting it to his open teammates.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense. And it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Oh, yeah, it's getting to them. The lack of communication, the lack of trust.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Free throw no good from Gordon. Trailblazers trail by 12. Pass to Nurkic. He dishes it to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. It's up a three. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
You can't jump at the pump fake. Nurkic is too skilled at getting defenders up in the air.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line. Free throw good. Nurkic. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Now here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. Here's Junior. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Here's Lillard. He's got 27. From deep. Here's Nurkic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Nurkic has got 15 points.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Junior the pass to Isaac. To the inside. And Junior gets it to go on the assist by Isaac. And that's 15 points for Junior. Trailblazers trail by 11. Trent passes to Nurkic. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Ross. Now the pass to Trent. Over in the corner, Lillard. Anthony trying to get open. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
It's a familiar theme with Lillard. Once he gets hot, good luck cooling him down.
Vucevic. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Nurkic. Good, the pass to Trent. Tipped away. In the corner, it's Junior. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
throw good, Junior. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. And a switch here also for Orlando. Ennis is checked in. No good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard finds Hood. Unloads from 13. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Passes it to Ennis. Vucevic against Covington. Vucevic dishes to Junior. Throw good, Junior. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Collins subbed in for Hood. Markelle Fultz is checked in for the Magic. And both free throws good for Junior. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard outside. Portland no good that time either.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Junior kicks to Ennis. Pass to Junior. Orlando moving the ball around. A fadeaway. The Magic again can't hit.
There's a lesson for him. Don't showboat. Tries to get fancy with the fadeaway, and it backfires.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Rise and fire. Gotta love watching Dame just go to work without it.
Now here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 34.
That basket is a product of Lillard's toughness. He's not afraid to take on defenders.
Junior with it. He's picked up by Collins. Junior kicks to Ennis. And he's good on the three ball. Ennis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard from deep three-point land. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ennis taking his time here. To the middle. Here's Junior. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. And now a 12-point Magic lead.
It's just been one of those nights from him. He got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Trent passes to Collins. Now Lillard. He's got 34. And finish off by Collins.
This is why you can't afford to leave someone when Lillard has the ball.
Orlando leading by 10. Here's Junior. The dish now to Gordon. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Pass to Junior. Back to Vucevic. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fultz, no good.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
Lillard fires away from way outside. But they get it back.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Here's Fultz. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Fultz has got the lead up to 12 now for Orlando.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
McCollum's checked in for Damian Lillard. The Magic also changing it up. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Clark comes in for Gordon, and it's Williams in for James Ennis. McCollum outside over Junior. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from McCollum.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
Superb at switching gears. At a moment's notice, Fultz is flat out awesome at driving inside.
And it's McCollum at the elbow. Count that one.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Here's the pass to Fultz. Here's Trent. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Kicks it to Covington. Keeps it alive, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got his second bucket of the night.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
1:43 left to play in the third. Doubled by McCollum. Back to Fultz. To the paint. Bamba. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 6 assists in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Trent gets the bucket.
I mean, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
The feed to Clark. Here's Junior. That 3 off the mark. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 8-point game. And that one drops. Collins has got 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Out left to the wing. Passes it to Williams. Five to shoot. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. McCollum finds Covington. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Collins. Here's Trent. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the line for him here. First free throw is good. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Portland. Then for the Magic, Terrence Ross is checked in for Clark. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Junior. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Gordon comes in for Williams. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Fultz. And Junior subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Junior. And it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Junior. D right on him. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is hot, boy, he is fun to watch. And you can tell he's having fun as well.
Inside. And McCollum with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. Junior with it. Back to Vucevic. Shoots over Nurkic. Nurkic with the block. Now, here's Lillard. A three ball. It's hauled in by Gordon. Magic leading by 5. Pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Hood kicks to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 16 here in the second half.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Kicks it out to Gordon. The 3. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. Covington with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Covington into the lane. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Covington. The Magic have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Now, here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. And Junior throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Ross, that's good. Now it's a 6-point Magic lead.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Oh, that'll make any coach happy. Aggressive defense, then changing ends quickly.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Magic.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Isaac passes to Ross. Lays it up off the glass. Ross has got 6 points in the quarter.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you're taking into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Junior really making a difference here.
Now, he is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And he's done all the dirty work tonight, that's for sure. As physical as he's played, he's been a very tough cover, always forcing his man into uncomfortable spots. And more often than not, that approach has earned him a trip to the line.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. See if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And a deep three from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
I'm trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Oh, that's just the mentality you have to have. Not wanting to give the opposition any hope of clawing back into this.
To stop the run, Vucevic with the rebound.
You can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Ross. 1:49 left to play in the final quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here's Lillard. He's covered closely.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by Orlando.
Orlando leading by 12. And here's Junior. Isaac outside. He kicks to Junior. Clock at 6. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Orlando.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Junior.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Things are going McCollum's way tonight. When he gets on a roll, the points accumulate quickly.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Now, here's Junior. Covered by Lillard. Hood with it. Lillard outside. The pass to Nurkic. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Come up, hey, yeah, I can hear it now. Before I take the stage, they know every word. They be shouting my name. Precision, even the slightest pivot. Always knew that I was gifted, but still I be tripping. Don't put me in a box. I promise. promise, dog, I'm different. I'm really with it, can't wait, I need it right now. People telling me to pipe down. Ain't a hobby, that's my life now. Been a star shining bright now. People see me, they be like, wow. Take over, give me my crown. Worldwide, they know my sound. Know my name before the lights out. I just wanna be a legend. People know my name, and they never gon' forget it. I just wanna be a legend. When they talk about the greats, know that I'ma get a mention. I just wanna be a legend. People know my name, and they never gon' forget it. I just wanna be a legend. When they talk about the greats, watching who I keep around me, know they stay solid. If I ever got a problem, they tell me they got it. Yeah, I used to go to school with they be on computers. They said they be liking all my music, cause I always kept it real and I ain't never plan on losing. This one for the people with the big dreams.